What's good, everybody? We are back on a Monday, right? Listen, if you were locked in with us yesterday, especially those of you in the VIP group, you had yourself a great day, a great Sunday, okay? Let me give you the full picture, the full rundown, right? We went 4-1 overall, okay? Free plays went 2-1, and the VIP plays went a clean 2-0 with one do not play. So that's 4-1, right? On the first ever NBA Sunday and March Madness Sunday of the year, okay? So it doesn't get any better than that. I'm stoked, I'm pumped. Now, one of the free plays that lost was Dosunmu. That man went over in the fourth quarter for the points and assist total. So that was kind of unexpected, right? We were locked in all the way down to the fourth quarter, and then boom, he went over the total. So hey, what do you know? It's a part of the game, right? But 4-1 overall, you can't beat that. That's a stacked Sunday slate, and we took care of business. So we'll take that all day. The VIP group is eating right now, and we're not slowing down. If you're not already subscribed, hit the like button, drop a like in the video, and go check out my winnable. Link is in the description. Free membership or VIP. Come get on the run, guys, while it's hot. Let's get into it. Before we get into the first play, real quick, if you're not on Better yet, you're leaving money on the table. Up to $200 in no sweat entry bonuses right now, where you get 2 anytime tokens worth up to $100 each. And if the entry loses, if your first entry loses, you get it right back. So it's basically like betting insurance, right? You scan the QR code you see here on the screen and you use my code +1, that's PLUS1. Also, I'll sweeten the deal if you send me a screenshot to the phone number you see there on the screen, letting me know that you signed up with my code, and I will get you free VIP access to to the whole month for free, where you get access to all of my free plays and of course the VIP plays, right? Normally that paid subscribers use that are already using it, okay? So if you're already on Better, check out Novig. That's another offer I've got for you. So Novig has a spend $5 promotion where if you spend $5 on their platform, you'll get a $50 deposit into your betting account, okay? So if you use my code PLUSUNIT, that's PLUSUNIT that you see here on the screen, you do the same thing, send me a screenshot, I'll get you signed up with my VIP for free for 30 days, okay? So that's two platforms, 2 promotions, 2 offers. You can't go wrong, guys. That's how we stack bankroll. We don't leave easy money on the table, okay? That's how we survive in this business. All right, so with that being said, we're gonna move into the first play on NBA Monday, March 23rd, 2026. Are you guys ready? All right. So the first play I'm gonna go with is Austin Reeves. So that's Austin Reeves on under 21.5 points. They're going against a tough Detroit Pistons team. Okay. So a little bit about the analysis before we dive into the numbers here. We all know who Austin Reeves is. You could say he's a part of the Big Two or the Big Three, whatever you want to call them over there at the Lake Show with Luka and LeBron. So Reeves, it says here, if he suits up, I don't think he's going to be out. He's going to play this game. I know he's been dealing with some injuries. The number is worth attacking. He's been on an absolute tear lately, averaging nearly 24 points, but here's what we are keying in on. The hip is clearly bothering him. His shot was a little off in his last game. Tonight, the Lakers are hosting Detroit. I don't think they're hosting Detroit, who, they're a scrappy physical team on the defensive end, as we know. Reeves is dealing with a nagging injury, so his scoring could potentially dip below the number. So if he plays, under 21.5 points, I don't think there's a question if he's not going to play. I see him playing. This is a big game. Eastern Conference contender at that, aside from the Celtics. So as far as the numbers, just diving in here over the last 5 games, he has not hit that points number 60% of the time. So if you faded him, you would have on the points at under 21.5, you would have won 60% of the time, which is great. Over the past 10 games, it dips down to 50%, so that's a bit of a red flag. not too concerned about it. And then over the past 20 games, it dips to, it actually goes higher to 70%. Okay. Head to head, he has not played the Pistons yet this year. So this is going to be an exciting matchup. I might watch the whole entire game. So looking at the lineup, let's see, as far as under, so it's middle of the pack as far as points allowed for opposing shooting guards for the Pistons. He's like at 18. The Pistons are at 18, so they're a middle of the pack team defensively against opposing shooting guards. Against point guards, it's top 10, so we'll see. Reeves is going to have to step up in order to have a big game, I believe. I don't think Luka can do all the scoring, but at the same time, I don't think he has what it takes. I mean, he's a killer. He's a great player, but I think the Pistons defensively, I think they can neutralize him. I think that'll happen. So I'm going to go with the under 21.5 on the first pick, Austin Reeves. The second pick we're going to go with is DeAndre Ayton. So we're kind of sticking with the late show here. DeAndre Ayton at under 9.5 points. So same game essentially, but here's what I like about the Ayton play at under 9.5 points. On the year, I mean, he's inconsistent. That's first and foremost. On the year, he's just averaging 12.4 points per game. But on his recent games, it looks like he had 6 points against the Heat last Thursday, 7 points, last week against Houston, last Monday. Back-to-back single-digit games pretty much against the Nuggets and Rockets earlier in the month. So he's been in and out, of the scoring column this year. He just shot 3 of 5 from the field for 6 points in a 29-minute game against the Heat. So that's a starter nearly playing 30 minutes and producing barely anything point-wise. So the Lakers, as I had said, they're hosting Detroit. Jaden Ivey, Isaiah Stewart, I think they're going to make it a bit difficult for him to score. Isaiah Stewart, he's just too physical, and I don't see the ball going to DeAndre Ayton as much. So I think it's a clean play. If we look at the numbers over the past 5 games, he's if you faded him, you would have won 80% of the time. He's literally averaging 9.4, right at the number. The median is 9. Over the last 10 games, if you faded him, you would have won 60% of the time. And over the past 20 games, if you faded him, that's 55%. Again, and I'm sorry, when the Lakers did face the Pistons, it looks like December 30th of 2025, and he actually had 10. But if we look at the numbers as far as how the Pistons fare against opposing centers, they're like top 2. They're like the top 2 defense against other, opposing centers in the league. So that's another high compelling stat line for me. So I think they'll be able to shut him down. I don't see him scoring 10 points. And plus, December 30th, that was way earlier in the season. Things have changed. So the current streak, or the cold streak that he's on, I don't see it happening at all. Okay. So that's the second pick. And then the third pick is going to be Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero under 26.5 points and assists. So Tyler Hero, I mean, he's been battling injuries all season. He had ankle surgery in September that cost him the start of the year, then a toe surgery, then rib contusions. He's only played in 21 games this season and is clearly working his way back into full health. So it says one of the most recent games he just had 10 points on 4 of 14 shooting in 31 minutes against the Magic. That's an underperformance massively, in my opinion. So even in the better recent games he's had, he's been averaging 21 points and 3.9 assists on the season. So getting to 26.5 combined points and assists for Tyler, I think that's asking a lot from a guy who is still finding his rhythm. Okay, so I'm not bought into him going over the 26.5 point total. Plus, they're going against the Spurs. He's been inconsistent shooting the ball from 3, where he was 2 of 12 since returning from his latest surgery. So we dive into the numbers real quick for Tyler over the last 5 games. If you faded him, you would have, won 60% of the time, because over his last 5 games, the median is really at 26. The average is at 24.6, just under the number. Over the past 10 games, if you faded him, it looks like you would have only won 50% of the time, so the number drops. Over the past 20 games, if you faded him, you would have won 70% of the time. So I think that's a high compelling stat line for me. And if we look at the opposing matchup, as far as the Spurs, how they fare against opposing shooting guards, they are top 6 in assists allowed and top 7 in points allowed against opposing shooting guards across the league. So that's another great stat line for me. Sign me up all day for that. So that's going to be the 3rd pick. So you've got Austin Reeves under 21.5 points, DeAndre Ayton under 9.5 points, same game, Lakers versus Detroit. And then you've got Tyler Hero going against the San Antonio Spurs at under 26.5 points. That should about do it. That is the Monday card, guys. Those are my official plays. So let me down, just like before, let me know down below in the comments if you guys are fading, tailing it, what you like versus what you didn't like. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.